And a happy Saturday evening to all you fine folks. Welcome to Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show, June the 18th, 2022. Good to be on with you guys. We sure missed y'all last week, but we're certainly glad that you're joining us tonight live and in color for a great hour of Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. We're looking forward to it. We're going to have a full hour. We're going to have a good time. We're going to have not a long time, but we're going to have a good time. And I know y'all been hot today because it is hot out there. It's just sit down in your reclining chair, drink you a glass of iced tea, turn the air conditioner down, get it colder than your mother-in-law's love, and just watch the show for the next hour. And hopefully something will lighten you up and you won't think about how hot it is out there. But hey, we need you to do us a favor right now.
Go get your jacket. Is it colder than what, Mark?
Colder than what? In-laws love.
That's what I thought he said.
I thought he said. Okay.
I
know where he got that from.
Yeah. Means crank it on down and get it cold in there. But hey, if you're watching on Facebook tonight, do this for us. Hit the like button and hit the share button so that our broadcast tonight is shared on your page and all your friends can know about Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. That's how we get our message out. That's how we get our audience expanded, and we certainly appreciate you for doing that. Very simple. Hit the like button, hit the share button if you're watching on Facebook, and we would appreciate it very, very much. Guys, we're coming to you live tonight from our studios in Enterprise, Georgia, our studio at Thompsontown, Georgia, our studio at 100% Flamingo Boulevard, Georgia, and our studio continually in perpetuity at the old fairgrounds at Gray Hodges Park in the tent with the female Dracula. We're coming live, ladies and gentlemen, all across the great United States of America and in foreign countries where we have not been deemed illegal yet.
How would Rojo call it? Tell her how to tune in.
Rojo, we are
on.
If you're watching Rojo, he cannot take a call live and on the air, so you have to wait till after the show's over. But guys, listen, hey, this is the first time this has ever happened. First time it's ever happened. This coming Thursday night at 8 o'clock, you will have a choice. You can either watch a rerun of the first January 6th hearing, or you can watch a rerun of our show Thursday night at 8 o'clock. Your choice. You can watch the first January 6th hearing, a rerun of it in its entirety. A butter knife does not come with that to slit your wrist, by the way. And secondarily, or you can watch a rerun of the Dirt Road Sports show from June the 18th, 2022. So your choice, 8 o'clock next Thursday night.
That's a no-brainer.
Well, we like to give our audience a choice, Charlie. We are not communist, and we want to give our audience a choice, so they have a choice. They can watch one of two. So, guys, we are in two cities tonight on the big screen. Two cities simultaneously being simulcast on 84 inches of big television. And tonight we are live at Joe and Mika's School of Being Arrogant, Condescending, Hypocritical, Phony, Haughty, Pompous, Vain, Snobbish, Pretentious, Superior, Boastful, and Adulterous in the cities of New York and Washington, D.C. tonight.
Don't forget ugly.
So we're on live.
Can you do it one more? Go rewind.
Right. Joe and Mika. We know who that is, correct?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Joe and Mika's School of Being Arrogant, Condescending, Hypocritical, Phony, Haughty, Pompous, Vain, Snobbish, Pretentious, Superior, Boastful, and Adulterous in New York and Washington, D.C.
And you tune them in. Yes, sir. Go to that school. You learn it all right there.
Yeah.
Boy, I tell you.
Yeah, I mean, you can learn it all.
Yeah.
Guys, we want to welcome y'all back tonight. Again, we apologize for technical difficulties last week. We missed y'all, but glad you're joining us in. Man, we got some fans right there that just pulled up in their yard from vacation in Maine and had to get home in time to tune us in tonight in Lynchburg, Virginia. We literally pulled up in the yard from Maine, wouldn't miss it, had to be tuned in to us tonight, coming in from Maine. It is June the 18th, 2022. It's Father's Day weekend. You're watching us live on Facebook and YouTube, Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. We want to say welcome to you tonight. Charlie, tell us what's been going on.
Man, I don't know about over in southwest Georgia, but in southeast Alabama, the main word is hot, and there's another word, hotter. We have really been under the gun this week over here, just like y'all have, and it'll take the starch out of you if you're not careful out there. And I know there's a bunch of folks listening and watching that know this old saying. Floyd does for sure. The old bear like to got me the other day, Floyd. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
He'll sneak up on you.
He will sneak up on you and give you a bear hug, and you can go down in a hurry. But made it through, and just have to take breaks and stay well hydrated out there is all I know. So it's been really, really tough around this part of the country.
This is good church weather.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It'll make you want to go to church.
And the sermons
Just give you
should
a
be
little bit of taste
easy.
of what hell's like.
I started saying Marvin should not have any problem. He did good Sunday, but if he kind of waiting to the last minute procrastinated, that'd be a good sermon for in the morning, Marvin.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, can y'all imagine me preaching a brush arbor meeting at 6 o'clock in this?
Not if ain't no air conditioning there, I can't.
Well, there's some folks on Martha's Vineyard may not know what a brush arbor is. You don't tell them what a brush arbor is. What it used to be. They ain't no more of them. They non-existent now.
Thing of the past.
Yeah, I'm sure our friends that are watching on Martha's Vineyard do not know what a brush arbor is.
They
A
have
brush
no
arbor
idea what a brush
is a
arbor is.
little canopy shade created by actual brush on top of it, and it made what they called a brush arbor. Hey guys, we got to give a quick shout out. We got a whole crew. We got Jason, Marcia, Reagan, and Rojo watching from Sheridan, Wyoming tonight.
Woo!
We are going all across the nation.
All
Man
57
alive.
states. We in all 57 states.
That's
Good, great.
right there.
Wyoming. Old buddy over here in Houston County, Fred Helms, is watching. You talk about the hot and hotter. I have get a little serious here for a moment. Always been told that tough times are going to come to us in the last days, and some things that normal folks sitting at home that don't know anything about agriculture might need to know is that the price of doing business on the farm is going crazy. I know Floyd knows this for a fact. And just give you a little example, we talk about gas prices and what they are for us just running to and from our workplace. It's been a while since we had purchased any hydraulic fluid, which is something all tractors have to have. I think the last I remember going and picking up at the wholesale place was $17 for a 5-gallon can of it. That was probably a year ago. It is now $9.99 a gallon. So what was 17 is now 50.
Mm-hmm.
That's
$17
one.
for 5 gallon, you say? It's $17 for 5 gallons. Is what
it was 17 for 5. Now it's $9.99 a gallon.
A gallon.
Well,
That's
that's
$50 a gallon.
That's Putin's fault.
Well, I know. Queez, we all know whose fault it is, but
It's his fault.
It's his fault. Diesel fuel is just through the ceiling, and if you go and you buy hay to feed these cows, you find out what was paid $35 for 2 or 3 loads just a couple of months ago is now $50 a roll.
Got to feed them, man. If you're gonna keep them alive, they got to eat.
You got to feed them, keep them alive.
You
So
got to feed them. You got to feed them.
You're gonna have to keep the pastures watered too.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, we've been blessed with some rain here recently that we were really desperate needs of, and things are looking better as far as that respect for all the folks' pastures and stuff like that. But it's going to be a tight squeeze, I'm afraid, when we get to the end of the crop that we've got in the ground right now. When all's said and done and the crop is sold, even if it's good, I'm afraid the old basket's going to come up short. Do you concur with that, Marvin?
Yes, sir. I do. I do. Hey, let me tell you this. This is from self experience. Y'all know I raise a lot of birds, ducks, chickens, geese, guineas, all that kind of stuff. Layer has gone to over $16 a 50-pound bag. It has almost doubled in price in the last year. And Charlie, I found me a guy. I'm gonna try him out. He's over your way. He's actually one of our. He watches our show. He lives out from Memphis Baptist Church, but he gets these spent grains from. They got a brewery over there, and
Yeah.
he gets spent grains, and it's got 24% protein in it. Hey, I'm gonna try it. It's worth a try. Versus
Well, now, do
60.
you think is there something we need to look at here? A pastor with a bunch of drunk chickens.
Hey, but the preacher won't be drunk. He might
No.
have some chickens, but the preacher won't be drunk. But hey, I guarantee you, the folks in the church will be lined up to get the eggs from them.
Oh yeah, yeah. But now, did y'all see Joe this morning?
Joe who?
I missed him.
Oh, okay.
I missed him.
I try not to
I
look
did
for him.
too. I just heard he fell off his bicycle.
Oh,
You
yeah.
talking about that Joe? I thought it was right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought he was
He's
talking
okay.
about Joe and Mika.
Yeah, no, Joe, yeah, he's okay. Big Joe, the big guy, he's okay. Big guy's okay.
Big guy. That's him.
John, you talking about this heat wave and everything. And I'm gonna take y'all back. I'm gonna reflect a little bit, if I may. 1980. This is reminiscent of 1980. I was in fact that was about my swan song with big agriculture farming big. It was 1980. This is reminiscent of that. The I don't know if it was as hot in 80 as it was, but it was as dry. Might be a little bit drier. And my good friend and I, Charles Pickle, we talk pretty much about every night. And he's a little bit younger than I am. He farmed through all of that, and we were talking the other night about irrigating. And I know you guys are having a hard time irrigating. I know y'all having a hard time irrigating, but we was irrigating corn then. A lot of us irrigating corn with cable tow irrigation with them travelers, rainbow travelers. In fact, I had two piece, which is it'll try you. You need to be in church, especially if you had some of those. We had some of those and 6-inch aluminum tote pipe and 8-inch aluminum tote pipe that we would tote. Didn't have enough money to buy all the pipe. We needed to lay out everything and put in center pivot irrigation. Couldn't, could barely hang on, could barely make your truck payment and you pay for your fertilizer and your land rent and all that. We tote that stuff through that corn, that standing corn, because you didn't cut it down through the runs there. You didn't cut that down because that you cutting into your harvest into your volume. So we tote it through that corn, hook it up, and move it from one farm to another all day and all night. And invariably, we and I were reminiscing about this, me and Charles, where invariably they were going to be at least one pole cap in that pipe that you laid back down. Because them pole caps get in that pipe, an irrigation pipe is home to a pole cap. They love it. So I tell you what you do.
Hey, time out, Floyd. You're going to have to explain to these people what a polecat is.
That's a double whammy, that polecat digging him out, and your crop burning up. But
you have to explain to them what one is.
You got to tell them.
People don't know what a polecat is.
You have to tell them. It's a skunk. It's a skunk. Exactly what a polecat is. Yeah, I know what y'all say.
You got a big listenership.
He's black with that white streak down his tail, and he stinks when you run over him. When he gets under your house, he stinks too. We tried to get one out of a rainbow traveler in the morning when you start to crank that thing up and done got your pipe laid out. Try doing that. But anyway, we were talking about it, and I know you guys having a hard time with these pivot irrigations, these electric systems, these low volume pivot irrigations, and it's a hard time, and I feel for y'all, man. But y'all paying $4 something a gallon for diesel fuel. We was paying 40 cents long and about in there, about 40 to 60 cents a gallon for diesel fuel then, and still couldn't make it, man. We still was burning up, and we couldn't get nothing for our crops, and I tell you, man, my heart goes out to y'all. I don't see how you do it. I know how and why you do it, because it's in your DNA. It's in your bloodstream. It motivates you every day. It's everything that you think about. It's everything that you do to try to do something better than you did last year and to make a better crop. And you go get you some money, and you may be using your own money or somebody else's, but you're using that money and you want to pay that money back. You want to replace that money, and you want to go forward. You want to make a good crop. Do everything within your power to do that. And man, sometimes it just gets so heartbreaking, so disgusting. But let me tell you this: do never give up. Don't ever give up. You may not can continue to farm for the next 10 or 15 or 20 years or the rest of your life or whatever. But let me tell you what, man, the good Lord will open up another door for you when one door closes on you. If that door closes, it's for a reason. And I feel for y'all, and do not. I heard a report today from one of my good friends. His son got burned, scalded with an irrigation motor running hot. Hot water blowed out all on him, scalded him. I had to take him to Augusta, to the burn clinic. Now he's out for 2 or 3 weeks. Crops burning up, still burning up, crops still burning up. The sun's out for 2 or 3 weeks, and he's got the whole burden on his shoulders to do. Yeah, and don't take any chances with this stuff, because your life, your family, and your well-being is more important to them than every bushel of corn or every ton of peanuts can ever be. So I'm preaching to y'all. I done been down this trail. I know what it's like. I know how you feel. It feels like it ain't, man, I can't go no further. And, you may get to that point sometime, but don't quit. Don't give up. Just keep going through everything that you can possibly do to survive and to live. That's all I got to say to y'all. It's on me. This deal's on me. I deal with people a lot every day, and they all, you look in the eye and tell them that they don't feel good. They ain't doing good.
There's a farmer right there. Charlie, do you
That's
know
my
who that
buddy
is?
right there.
Oh, boy.
That's my buddy.
How'd y'all get to be buddies is what I want to know. Where did y'all run into each other?
Well, we got to be buddies because he recognized me and told me he had some dirt on you. That's all it takes.
I had dirt on me, but he didn't have no dirt on him, did he?
Yeah,
He
he
riding
did.
around
He
was riding around the
He
air.
had on that old Charlie Daniels hat. That hat, all he needed was a fiddle. We met over there at the Rural King, and I didn't know the fact. He was right in front of me and my wife in line. I know who he was. Had a
The
whole
infamous,
cartload of. He had a
the
whole
infamous
cart
Sam White.
cow salt.
Yes,
And
sir.
I was standing, and I told Cindy, I said, I told her to menu block of that for my granny. She made sure that her cow had salt block and had supplement block. But he was in there and he was checking it all out, and we come out and we was behind it. We headed to our truck and he was going to his, and I heard somebody holler, "Hey, Queasel!" And I looked around and there he stood. I ain't had no idea who he was. I first thought it was Charlie Daniels. I said, "No, it can't be Charlie Daniels."
He
At
done
first, I
gone.
thought it was. And then he told me who it was. He said, "Do you want some dirt on Platt?" I said, "Always, always.
Every day, every
I'm
day.
looking for dirt on Platt." Now he is a true, fine, red-blooded American. That man is.
Oh, listen. I gotta go over there tomorrow, of course, and I gotta carry 4 gifts to him when I go in the morning.
Uh-huh.
Hey, you talking about a winning lottery ticket? Tomorrow is his birthday.
Mm.
It is his anniversary. It is Father's Day. and officially a national holiday, Juneteenth. He wants 4 gifts from everybody that comes to see him tomorrow.
That's what I'm talking about.
Why not take
He,
advantage of the situation? He'll take advantage of any situation if he can, and that's taking it to the max there. 4 gifts for Father's Day, birthday, anniversary, Juneteenth.
well,
Or he knows how to work it.
That's
he ain't
exactly
a mess.
right.
I can tell you that. We had on a conversation right out there in the parking lot at the Rural King. And
I'm surprised either one of you could stand up that long in that heat.
oh, it wasn't when you gossiping about you, it wasn't that hot.
That the picture of the cars, put that up right now. That kind of goes hand in hand. While y'all are having a good time up there at Rural King talking, I was cutting a little cut behind Mr. Wayne Newton's house, and there's Mr. Wayne himself. Now that, folks, anybody that knows about stock car racing in the Wiregrass area, the southeastern region, knows that Wayne is probably the original Dale Earnhardt. He would move you if you got in his way on the track. He had no problem doing that. And the guy that's driving that car is another old racer from the days of Chattahoochee Valley and Haleburg, Rocket Speedway, all the Dothan Motor Speedway, Mr. Joe Skipper. And they were going out cruising the same time y'all were up there talking in the parking lot at Rural King. But that's a pair for you there, buddy. I mean, two legends from many years gone by, and we got a lot of those folks around this part of the country that we probably as kids grew up watching them on the track. Me and you were a young one too, Floyd, when all that racing was going on at those
Oh yeah, I
places.
seen them. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Smell that rubber burning over at that Rocket Speedway, Haleburg over there. Man, please, nothing
Yeah.
like it.
Good
That's
times.
real racing,
Ooh, look at him.
man.
Ooh,
That's Floyd's dinner
what?
tonight.
Woo,
Oh,
How's that look? Don't that look good?
Floyd,
man.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
you
what
didn't eat all that, did you?
No, me and Nadine ate it. We had a little bit left over. Had some. We had one. We got no. Didn't have no corn left. I think about a half a dozen shrimp left, and a little
Boy,
bit
oh
of that
boy,
salad, and tomatoes and
Mm,
cucumber and onion salad. There.
mm.
Homemade,
got that red,
homemade cocktail sauce.
got
That's
that,
Homemade.
the only kind.
Homemade. Made
yeah,
it right there on
red
site.
wine vinegar. Had you got
Mm-hmm.
the red wine vinegar over
Yeah,
there
got
and
that
them
balsamic.
cucumbers and tomatoes?
Balsamic. Yeah, look at that.
Balsamic.
That's a pan. That's a upside down cake we made not long ago, and a black iron skillet. They
Mm.
still got it, man. We can still cook us up something to eat. Me and her can eat now. We can find us something. We can come up with something to eat.
You
May
cook
not
that
be
in a black
gourmet, but
iron.
it's good. Do what, Marvin?
I said you cook that in a black iron skillet.
Black iron skillet. Yeah. Black
Wow,
Ooh,
iron frying pan, old family frying pan, done
that's
seasoned
old
that.
timey style.
Ooh, man, that's good stuff. I like him. I like him pineapple upside down cake. Didn't have no cherries. I didn't put no cherry in there. I didn't have no cherry. But anyway, we eat it anyway.
Lord, I know you sent these in right here from Baker County. These are some two
Ain't that
sunsets,
something? Yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
sunsets right here in Baker. Both of those in Baker County, Georgia.
Yeah, both of them Baker County. A good friend of mine up there, Richie Jones. He farms up there in Baker County, and Richie's got an eye. He's got an eye, if you will, for photography, and he just sees God's creations, and he knows who created it, and he gives God all the credit and all the glory. He ain't always done that, but he does now. He gives God all the credit and all the glory for that. But I want y'all to you look at that right there, and anybody that can look at that right there and says there ain't no such thing as God, y'all need to just go off somewhere and jump off of a bridge, if you will,
That's right.
and get out of other folks' way. Because if you can look at that right there and then proclaim there ain't no such thing as God, there ain't no such thing as a creator, you need to get on out of folks' way. Really, I mean, basically, is what you need to do. But Rich is a good. He farms. He stays in a tractor, all day long, and he sees these things. He's got a good eye, and I've encouraged him to enter some of those things in some photography contests. I don't know where they'd be,
yeah.
who does it, but But I appreciate you showing them, Marvin. Show do because they mean a lot to me. I try to download them, and he sends them to me. I download some of them. I print out and got them hanging on my wall. He takes pictures of old equipment and stuff like that. He just got that eye.
Give him this. He needs to give a call down there at the National Peanut Festival or go on their website
Okay.
and check out their photography contest because scenery, that's a whole category. They have different categories for different types of photography. And
Mhm.
he needs to be in that. I guarantee you, he might give him a blue ribbon out of that.
He's good. He should. I'll tell him that next when I see him. He may be watching tonight. I don't know. Somebody that knows him. Y'all know Richie Jones up there from Baker County. Tell him to get a hold to cousin Billy, and tell him to. I'll hook him up with them folks down there. But
Yeah.
he's good.
Booger Snodgrass has messaged. He wants everybody to know he had SOS for supper.
That's okay. Thank you, Booger.
Yeah.
Thank you for your input.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah. Move on. Let's move on, Marvin.
Hey, did y'all see the
MC Construction LLC, Colquitt, Georgia, specializing in all your construction needs. 30 years experience, fully licensed and insured. Give Mr. Marion Cobb a call at area code 229-400-2575. There's no job too large. There's no job too small. MC Construction LLC, all your construction needs. Why call the rest? Go ahead and call the best.
I still get nervous when he does that kind of stuff. You know it. I'm looking out the window now, see if I see any storms. That Weather Channel voice he got. I get nervous every time I hear it.
Was he afraid that? Was he afraid somebody's gonna say something bad?
You out, Charlie.
I think he was. Hey, did y'all see the news today? We got a little bit of good news today on the national front. Did y'all see it?
What was it?
Tell us about it. We need an update.
Hillary Clinton says she is not going to run for president.
I'm crushed.
Absolutely out of the question.
Do not believe nothing that comes out of that. Has she ever told the truth?
I ain't never known her to do it.
Look, he never told the truth.
She said it would not.
No.
It would not be the right thing to do because Joe was running again, and
yeah,
you gonna believe that?
And,
I am not
gonna do it.
Let me tell you what's gonna happen. Y'all listen to me. Let me tell you. They don't nobody need to be worried about Joe right now. Joe is not the one that's vulnerable right now. Kamala is the one that's vulnerable. Something could very easily happen to Kamala because she would go away, if you will. She would go away. She would the angels would come down and get Kamala and take her away. Very possible. And then that gives Joe the opportunity to appoint a vice president, which could very well be Hillary Clinton. And then Joe has got a problem. Joe got the problem. Right now, Joe ain't got the problem. Hillary's out of position right now.
Wait a minute, Floyd. Wait a minute. Let me ask this question. If that happened and Hillary was the vice president, Joe would have the largest problem of his life, right?
He got the largest problem of his life that he's ever had. He would have a decision to make.
Dementia ain't in it.
One or the other. This is it. You had to go to him and ask him, Joe, do you want to live or are you ready to die? Just
That's right.
You let us know what you want to do. And then,
well, that's sure what she said. and she also said that Donald Trump was running for the money.
For the money?
For the money. All that salary he made the last time he was president, I reckon he's running for the money again.
He gave all that away. They gave all his salary away. He didn't have none. He didn't keep none of that.
Yeah, but that ain't what she said.
Boy, I tell you what, you talk about somebody that has no class. Anybody that's standing there and accused that has stole as much money as they have, and people that stole as much money as Barry, Barack Hussein Obama, and Joe Biden, the Biden crime family, anybody stole as much money as they have, and they talk about Donald Trump stealing money. Oh, shoot.
Something ain't right there.
That's just I'm just revelating, if you will, on that because right now Kamala's the one that's got problems. Kamala's the one that needs to be. Kamala is the one that needs to be looking over her shoulder.
She needs to be getting right with the Lord pretty quick, I would think.
So let me tell you, whenever they get ready for her, when they get ready for Kamala to go, it's gonna be quick. It's gonna be sudden, and it's gonna be massive. I figure.
Are you saying that it's kind of biblical in the twinkling of an eye type situation? Okay.
Twinkling of an eye.
Just making sure we're on the same page.
Yeah.
So you think they're already plotting and planning?
They're planning. Yes, sir. They already got them. They already got them. They got them a plan. They don't never go to bed at night without a plan for the next day.
Well, here is what she says. It said, and I'm quoting it. It said, she said, no, that's out of the question. First of all, I expect Biden to run. He certainly intends to run, and it would be very disruptive to challenge that. Sound like she's kind of laying the mat out there, don't it, Floyd?
Yeah, she's laying it out there. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. See, we have this scenario with the president running again, and of course I wouldn't want to do that because I'm such a decent person. I wouldn't do that. Yeah. Oh yeah, she got a plan, guys. She got a plan.
Oh.
Yes, sir.
All right, y'all. It is trivia time. Southern History, embroidery tees, tumblers, gifts for 109 West College Street in Coffee, Georgia. The sponsor of the trivia time right here on Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show, brought to us by Southern History Fits. And you can be the lucky winner of a Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show mug. Many have them. Many of you that are watching have them. Able to drink coffee. I've had some tell me the coffee tastes better in it. Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show mug. Text your answer tonight to 229-254-5060. 229-254-5060. And we'll take the first answer because we got a little tough one tonight. We'll take the first correct answer for the trivia contest. The question is, what kind of car did rock star Janis Joplin own when she died? What kind of car did rock star Janis Joplin own when she died? We'll take the first answer. I need to know your name and I need to know the correct answer. And if you'll text that to 229-254-5060, that is our weekly question. Trivia question brought to us by our good friends at Southern Hissy Fit, sponsor of the trivia time, right here on Charlie Platt and Dirt Road Sports Show. All your needs, call them right there. One more time, 229-254-5060. Win you a coffee mug with the Charlie Platt and Dirt Road Sports logo on it. Well, and that question once again, what kind of car did rock star Janis Joplin own when she died? Hold on, we got a call coming in. Hello, you are on Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show.
Volkswagen Beetle.
That is incorrect, but we appreciate you calling.
Thank you.
All right, I think we got a winner here.
I thought we took text on this thing.
We do, but I answered the call here. All right, let me get to the text right here.
What do we always say? What do we always say, Floyd? Don't let Marvin handle the telephone.
Marvin's the telephone man. Let him have it.
And Marvin, listen, Charlie, you ain't that. He's in control of everything out there where he's at. He got more buttons and stuff in there than he can.
Oh, I know. I've been out there to the big.
We have a winner. We do have a winner. The first one here. Hold on, let me get to it here. All right, we had one. The very first winner, very first answer was somebody texted a Mustang. No,
I don't know the answer to this one. I'll be honest.
I don't know.
Hang on. All right. I don't know who the winner is, but they gave the right answer.
That's good, Mark. Yeah, Mark.
Yeah.
They
Why
did
they
not.
just
Go,
throw
I
everybody
don't
out?
know.
Yeah, yeah. And my
Woo.
brother, he won. Yeah.
No, this is the first person that texted the correct answer. They texted a Porsche, and that is
Yeah.
correct. That is correct. It's a
That's right.
1964 Porsche.
That's it.
1964 Porsche. All right. If your number is 229-220-5325, text me who this is. I need to know who this is so I can get you your mug. We've had a lot of, all right, we got several, well, Mustang here, that's wrong. Porsche, yep, thank you there for that one. Porsche, thank you for that one. Porsche, thank you for that one. Just next time, be a little quicker there if you, and next, maybe next week
Well,
we'll
it was a little hard this time, Mark. That was a little you when you want to test their limits. You always want to be pushing the envelope. Do
that's
you
it.
have
Yeah.
a picture of that Porsche?
I do, I'll get it on there. Listen to this.
Huh?
Susan Turner is the winner. She just
Get out
texted.
of here.
How
Susan
about
Lord
Turner.
that?
have mercy from Mayhaw over there.
Susan
From
Turner from
Enterprise
Mayhaw is
Road.
the winner. She is the winner this week.
How did she know stuff like that? She ain't supposed to be no hippie. Man,
Hey,
that's back
man,
hippie days.
Yeah, that's
and she's out in
Hippie
that
days.
Beverly Hills section out there on that Enterprise Road. You know who
That's
all
right. There
lives
you go.
out there.
me.
Mhm.
Me and Queen. You and Marvin. You and Floyd might have been in that into that kind of music and everything. Me and Queasel will stick with Conway Twitty and the rotating ball up
Hey,
there in the sky.
hello, darling.
The
Hello,
frog boy.
darling.
Frog boy.
You put the other picture up I had. While we're talking music and
Which
history.
one? Oh, that one. Okay, I'll put that one.
Now this, my friend, is music history. Uh, I'm going to see how much our younger ones in the group know. So this will be kind of a Marvin and Queasel, since they're the youngest members of our group. Can either of you identify these folks right here on the picture?
I can identify the first one.
Who is
That's
it?
Bobby Goldsboro.
Absolutely correct.
And then I know the next one is Buddy Bowie.
That's
And
exactly correct.
I don't know who the pirate is right there.
Wilbur Walton Jr., lead singer for the original James Gang, the Wilbur Walton Jr., the James Gang, and so many other different groups. He was the one that had the best recording of the song Georgia Pines
Yep.
back in the day. That's my opinion. Floyd, what do you think?
Yeah, he did. He was the man. And Wilbur hadn't always looked like that.
No.
Wilbur, he's kind of rough for the road. That looks like, but anyway, he still had some breath in him when that picture was made.
And the one number 4 in the list is David Atkins,
Yep,
who
yep. He
he
looks different
played.
too.
Yeah.
Yep.
David played with B.J. Thomas. Good
Beaver teeth.
gracious.
He was with
Beaver
Beaver
Teeth.
teeth. Him and his brother,
Exactly.
John Rainey, and Charlie
John
Silver.
Rainey. That's right.
Yep.
The
You see them play over at some juke joint that was in a motel over there in Dothan on that. What was that street they was on, Charlie? It was the one that connects downtown with the circle, with the north side, the circle, and the south side. What is that? Oaks? What's that street?
Oak Street, yeah.
Main Street. You go there. They was a motel there, and it had a juke joint in it, and we'd go there, and they'd play the Beaver Teeth would play that. John Rainey, David, Charlie Silver, and I don't know who else it was.
One more. Put up that picture one more time. The one on the end is probably uh, that is Dean Daughtry. He is a native of Kinston, Alabama, and you would know him from Dennis Yost in the Classics 4 and the Atlanta Rhythm Section.
Mm-hmm. I
And
know the names. Yep. I wouldn't. Yeah, you're right. I know 4 of them. I didn't know Dean. I never had. Never have
he
seen
was
him.
a keyboard man for all those groups that he played with, and including he was I guess from the day the Atlanta Rhythm Section was formed through them retiring, he was the main man on keyboards, Dean Daughtry, and did a lot of writing with Buddy Bowie. So that's a lot of music history right there. There's
Yes,
a
sir.
lot of hit songs between all of them.
All right, there's the car. That's Janice's car right there.
That's Janis Joplin's car. That's it.
See it right there.
She paid a guy $500. She gave $500. Told him, said, "You paint what you want to paint on my car." Said, "I don't want you to paint it. Paint anything you want to paint on it." That's what he painted on it. She loved it. And it sold recently at a Barrett Jackson auction, I think, for one. She gave $3,500 for it. It was used when she bought it. She paid $3,500 for it. Gave that guy $500 to paint it. It recently sold on a Barrett Jackson auction, I think, for $1.8 million.
Wow.
Somebody wanted that car, didn't they?
That's a pretty good investment.
Pretty good investment
for somebody.
It wasn't for her, but anyway, she didn't get to use it very much. But she had fun on it, I bet you, when she was driving it.
Yep.
See, I was trying to see something else here. I want to give a shout out to Susan Turner. Susan Turner, the winner this week of the Charlie Platt and Dirt Road Sports
So
Trivia Time.
Marvin, I gotta ask you. I need to ask you a question. Did you make the fishing reverend mad? Did you just run him off? We ain't hear a word out of him about no fishing this year.
He ain't been fishing. He too hot. I asked him this week. He ain't been fishing, or he said he hadn't.
I tell you who I'm gonna get on for the fishing report. I'm gonna get Lee Otis on. So Lee Otis knows.
He knows who got the fish.
He knows who catches.
Lee Otis knows who go fishing.
Yeah.
And he knows the folks will bring him fish and leave them there at his house, and he'll know who they are by looking at the fish. He can tell who caught them. You know, he knows who goes. He'll tell you, say, Steve Hope caught these fish, or then he'll say, he can't say Hubert Stafford, but he says something similar to Hubert Stafford caught those fish. So I know who that is. You know who I have not heard him say? It may be because he can't pronounce his name. I have not heard him say that Kweezelurski brought him.
Queevil ain't been fishing. My boat has not been in the water this year.
Mr. Jimmy Holt.
What? Whoa. Would you repeat that, please?
My boat, my fishing boat that I fish out of, has not been in the water this year.
Do I not remember some stories about camping here just a few weeks ago?
That was my boat. That was on the yacht. That was on that old 2000 model yacht, and we fed half the campground. Them fish don't ever make it home. They stay.
Okay.
It's kind of like a magnet. They when they see us pull up and they see us pull out the cookers, here they come. So they. But I have not had my boat in the water this year. That's gonna change. But I hadn't had it in there yet.
Anyway, I think we ought to get him on. I think we ought to get Lee Otis on. I can get him on the phone, or I can get him over here at my house, and we can have a conversation. I mean, if the fishing reverend, he'd come on whenever he felt like coming on with us. He didn't want to come on sometime, and sometimes he'd be doing other things, and I can understand that. But we never knew. That's the problem. We're professionals. We've got a show to run. We're professionals. We've got producers and directors, and we've got lighting people and sound people that depending on us, for a big paycheck every week. And he's a no-show. So, just slough us off. We're like chopped liver,
He kind of dropped us pretty quick, didn't he?
He dropped us quick. He dropped us, man. He dropped us quick, and Bill Clinton can drop his britches. That was that quick. Lord,
that's pretty quick.
It's that time once again. Time for Floyd's Short Lists and More. Brought to you by Berry Hill Auctioneers. Berry Hill Auctioneers, our sponsor in exclusivity and perpetuity of the great, the world famous Floyd's Short Lists and More. And now, please make welcome Mr. Floyd B. Lloyd.
Yeah, thank you, Marvin. Thank you for that intro. I like that intro, man. It's kind of like bringing on the trapeze artists, at the circus.
Yeah.
There he is, they're flying through there with the greatest of ease, Floyd B. Lloyd.
But I'm looking all out the window again. I get nervous every time I hear that. I think it'd be a tornado or something or other. That Weather Channel voice.
That voice. Yeah,
But
I want to give a Rojo. Y'all hear me talking about our friend Rojo, and we gonna get her on one night. She's in Sheridan, Wyoming, visiting her son and granddaughter out there in Sheridan, Wyoming, and she's talking about how cool it is out there. She's been texting Nadine back and forth. She's sitting outside with a blanket wrapped around her. And I'm looking at my temperature here, Sheridan, Wyoming. It's 88 degrees in Sheridan, Wyoming right now, and and let's see what it is in Colquitt, Georgia. In Colquitt, Georgia, it's 88 degrees in Colquitt, Georgia. So it's the same heat here as it is in Sheridan, Wyoming. And she's sitting out there wrapped up with a blanket around her legs down there, talking about how it ain't hot out there. So I don't know what the deal is. Their thermometers must be different. But here's one for you. In Riyadh right now, Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, TC knows that well. He and I left some tracks over there. It's 91 degrees, and tomorrow it'll be 113. Monday, 116, and 115 the rest of the week, next week. The sun will be shining also. So, any of you that from Martha's Vineyard that want to go over and visit some of your Muslim friends over in Saudi Arabia, dress appropriately. Whoop. Oh, no, you women can't dress appropriately over there because they'll chop your hand off if you show your legs or your wrist. So you have to cover up women from Martha's Vineyard if y'all want to go see some of your Muslim buddies in Saudi Arabia. You have to cover up when you're over there. But anyway, with the short list, but give a old shout out to Rojo there. She watches us every Saturday night. In fact, she called me last week. She was distraught last week. Something was bad wrong with one of us that couldn't be on. I had numerous people call me last night. I couldn't hardly go to bed till like 11:30, 11:45, something like that. Folks calling. Charles Pickle called, Rojo called. A lot of people called wanting to know what, I said, no, everything's okay. We okay. We just had technical difficulties. So anyway, we appreciate old Rojo watching us. She's one of our oldest and dearest friends from way back. Short list, Floyd short list. This short list means there ain't many. Short list means it's a short list, if you will. For you people in Martha's Vineyard that might be listening, short means short. Short list, not many names on it. Here's one right here. I'll go out and start out with this one. It's pretty good right here. Black Lives Matter and Antifa riots that have occurred at a South Alabama Putwooders convention. What about it, Lee Scott? Have you seen any of them there? Y'all have, huh? Black Lives Matter and Antifa riots protesting y'all logging. I think so. Here's another one right here. It's white liberal Democrats that plan to vacation in Detroit or South Side Chicago. That's where your peeps are. Go visit with them. Here's one. I thought about this one day. I seen this idiot on TV the other day. The stupidest, longest faced, dunce-looking human being that I've ever seen. John Kerry. Y'all see John Kerry flying all over the world in a private airplane, telling people they need to be walking where they're going or taking public transit, ride a bus, because you're creating too much carbon footprint. Here's one right here. I thought about this one. I thought about him, and then I added another name in there. Vietnam veterans that would urinate on John Kerry and Jane Fonda if they were on fire. And you Vietnam veterans out there agree with me on that? I guarantee you. Here's another one right here. Here's one right here. Democrats that are calling for congressional hearings for the 2020 Black Lives Matter, Antifa, and St. George Floyd riots. Anybody calling for a congressional hearing on that? I didn't think so. I saw something the other day on somebody sent me something the other day. A good friend of mine about a preacher in who was that preacher at? He was in Alabama somewhere. He was going to preach his sermons on Jimmy Buffett songs. Where was he at? He was in Alabama. What?
he was in Elba. Yeah.
Elba. He was in Elba. What? He was a Methodist preacher, wasn't he? Was he?
Yeah.
Yeah, United Methodist preacher. Going to preach sermons on Jimmy Buffett songs.
Margaritaville was the first sermon.
Yeah, Margaritaville, and then it was another one, Cheeseburger in Paradise, and what was it? The last one was some kind of Jimmy Buffett song. I wonder if he has ever heard that Jimmy Buffett song that starts out with "Let's get drunk." And what if he gonna preach on that? Probably. You ain't never heard that song, have you, Mark?
I have.
What if he gonna preach on that? Okay, this is what I'm in reference to that, so y'all will know what I'm talking about. Look it up sometime. Look up that Jimmy Buffett song. Let's get drunk and preacher.
I think, hey boys, I think we done been took off of Facebook. I think about the time the one about Bill Clinton's pants dropping, we dropped out. That was it, too.
Quicker than Bill Clinton pants dropping. Mercy.
That's right. So,
Here's showing this. Here's showing this. Since I got the stage set for y'all know what the Jimmy Buffett preaching sermons are. And I wish you well, Reverend. Maybe you can save some souls with that. Hope you can. I doubt it, but I hope you can. Pentecostal preachers that plan to preach this Sunday on the merits of Jimmy Buffett's songs. Short list on that one. Here we go. Nancy and Paul Pelosi's tips on living a temperate life void of alcohol consumption. Have y'all ever, other than Hillary and Bill Clinton, do y'all know of two people that can drink more liquor than Nancy Pelosi and her husband? I don't know, because she's drunk every time you see her. I mean, she's faced. I'm talking about blank faced every time you see her. So, and he got drunk. He had a wreck over there in California, and he 82 years old driving a Porsche automobile. Why don't these people hire somebody to drive? Why don't these rich, drunk people hire somebody to drive them around? They can't figure it out. That's how stupid they are. That's exactly how stupid they are. Here's one. His short list right here. His real short book. This is a book. This is a short book like it. Glamour photographs of Maxine Waters without her wig. Here's a short list. Glamour photographs of Maxine Waters with her wig. Here when we're talking about the Clintons a while ago. Clinton enemies that have not committed suicide.
Ooh.
Other than being a grifting politician, jobs that Joe Biden has ever had. Has anybody ever known him to have a job other than being a politician? Never.
No.
Just barely graduated from law school, going around telling everybody he was the top of his class at law school. But he did say, he said he was a truck driver one time. I remember him saying that he was a truck driver. He drove trucks one time. I remember him saying that. He said that several times, and nobody has corrected him, of course. All right. Other than the January 6th news items covered by MSNBC. There's none. There's nothing. There's no other news happening other than the January 6th deal.
Yep.
Brain cells that were damaged when Joe Biden fell off of his bicycle. And here, last but certainly not least, including his bladder and his bowels, things that Joe Biden has any control over. That's it for Floyd for tonight. I'm done, y'all. That's a wrap for me.
All right, Charlie,
I
take us.
got one more.
Whoa.
I got the piste resistance. I got the cherry on top of the sundae. I skipped it because I didn't want to start out with it because I knew that this may be it. I want to get those others in. Other than Michelle Obama. Y'all get ready now. Women on Martha's Vineyard that have ever worn an athletic supporter. Well, you okay, Marvin?
I'm good.
Oh, mercy.
Only you.
Oh, buddy.
All right, Charlie, take us home if we can get there.
Well, we all need to laugh tonight. Uh,
Oh, mercy.
uh, Laughter is good for us. Uh, we all need to laugh, but we all need to be serious. And there are problems that we're facing in this country, in our states, our local places that we need to seek God's guidance on. Because this nation is in a mess, folks, any way you look at it. And we need to pray that God will have mercy on us as a country and will continue to bless us as we've been blessed in the past. But look at everything that's happening, and unless some things in this country change, it's going to be hard for God to bless us as a nation because we certainly don't put Him first. In fact, we're trying to take Him off the stage altogether, more and more every day. We need to pray for one another. And this is a four-person, pretty tight-knit group. We don't sit down with each other every day or this, that, and the other on Saturday nights. We get together and we care about each other and we love each other. And there's one of us who is going through a little valley. And I just want to say, I love Queasel. I love his witness. And you better know, I'll be praying for you, brother. And we
Thank you, Charlie.
ask the audience to do the same thing. I've been through that one of those major valleys. And I'll look in anybody's eye and say it was prayer that got me through. And there's strength in numbers. And the more y'all that'll pray, the more the Lord will hear it. And we want to humble ourselves and let Him hear the prayers that we lift up for our brother Queasel. Floyd?
Thank you.
Oh, I would pretty say exactly ditto the same thing that you just said, Charlie. We tight knit. We love one another. We bond. We don't. Sometimes we don't talk until we show up on Saturday night. But
That's it.
we still got that feeling. We got that connection, and we all on the same side. I can tell you that. We all on the same side, and I'm gonna let Queasel go ahead and talk. Go ahead, Queasel. I'm done, man.
Well, I don't know how many people know or whatever, but I got to have a little surgery coming up. Everything's gonna be fine. Found some issues that I had, and been to the doctor. I've been reassured that everything's good, and I kind of already knew it because of just people been praying, and it's something unexpected. One day it wasn't here, the next day it was, or the next day I knew. One day I didn't know about it, the next day I did. But I got to have some surgery coming up here before long. Do appreciate and covet any prayers that is y'all willing to put up for me. But I'm gonna be fine. The doctor has reassured me. I made him reassure me probably about a dozen times to make sure that everything was good, and so everything's gonna be good. Got like Charlie said, I got a little valley I got to walk through, and sometimes those valleys are hard to walk through. But when you're walking through a valley, you got to keep your eye on the mountaintop because you ain't gonna stay in that valley. You're gonna come back out and get on that mountain, and that's where I got my eyes on. I got my eyes on the mountaintop, and but it that they found some little growths on my. I went in the hospital with diverticulitis, and my doctor, Dr. Breckenridge, I credit him with saving my life. He done all kind of extra scans and found three little growths on one of my kidneys, and sent me to a urologist. Went to the urologist. Urologist told me, he said, listen, he said, we're gonna take that kidney out. You're gonna be fine. He said there's folks all over the world that's living with one kidney, and since then, I've had friends that have called, has had those same surgeries, told me exactly what to expect, exactly what to go through. And but he said, here's the important thing. He said, when we get it out, it's over. He said, you'll be fine. You'll live a normal life. After you heal up, be able to do anything you want to do. So a little nervous. Ain't never had no surgery. Ain't never been in the hospital till the other day. But I'm thankful. And here's what I want to say. I asked that doctor. I said, Doc, I want to ask you a question. He said, what's this? His doctor. I didn't know he was a Christian when I went to him. I should have known, because my doctor sent me to him. But after he had reassured me about a dozen times that I was going to be okay, that was it. There wasn't no question I was going to be fine. I said, are you trying to tell me that God gave me diverticulitis so we could find them little old growths on my kidney? He said, he works in mysterious ways. He said, don't ever forget that. That man prayed with me. He's the man of God, and I'm very fortunate to have him. So Queezel's gonna be fine. I don't know if I'm gonna be out of whack for a little while or not. I just don't know. He said it just depends on how things go and how you go. You know, said might be have to be in the hospital 2 or 3 days, but he said you'll get to go home pretty quick. So if y'all believe in prayer, I believe in prayer. I'd sure appreciate it. It ain't a lonely road because I got a lot of people walking it with me, but it's a tough road to walk, and so I appreciate anything you can do. But I want to say this before I close out. Tomorrow is Daddy's Day. Tomorrow's Daddy's Day, and you daddies out there, let me tell you something. Don't you take for granted 1 second the blessing you have with your wife and your children, and you just don't understand how blessed you are. So I want to challenge every one of you that is a daddy, that in the morning that you get up and you do what the Bible says that you're supposed to do as a man of the house, and that is you lead your family to church somewhere, because that's what God requires. And so I'm challenging you to do that, to go. And it don't matter if you've been 1,000 times, if you ain't never been. In the morning is when you need to go. Lead them into the church, and God will bless you for it. I love y'all. I appreciate the opportunity to talk a little bit. These 3 guys up here, I love them like they're my brother. And I'm going to be fine. Just know I'm going to be fine. And everything's going to be good. All right, Marvin.
Guys, thank y'all for joining us tonight. Thank you for praying for Queasel. Keep praying. Keep praying for God to touch his body and give him a total healing, like the doctor said. Prayer is the best thing you can do.
Amen.
Largest thing you can do for anybody is pray for them. Hey, we appreciate you joining us tonight. Want to wish a happy Father's Day to all you fathers out there. Don't forget, tomorrow is God's Day. As Queasel said, give him your due. Go to church. Worship the greatest Father, and that is our Father in heaven, Jesus Christ. And again, we thank you for joining us tonight. Our scripture of the week is this: for where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. Mm-hmm. Guys, we love y'all. We do. I know y'all don't, we see y'all once a week, but we appreciate you inviting us into your homes. Our relationships with you mean a lot to us. We love y'all. We appreciate you. Stay particular next week. It's going to be a record heat wave, 100-year heat wave. Thursday's going to be 104-degree temperature. Protect yourself, protect your family, protect your pets. Guys, we love you. We love you, and I can't say that enough. No matter what you do in life, always, always, always be particular. We love y'all, guys. Good night.
See y'all.
Good night, y'all. See you.